Hi everyone, I'm Emma and I'm back again for another tutorial. If you've noticed in the past two videos I'm wearing the same clothing, and that's because I'm wearing the same clothing. I decided I was going to film these all on the same day because I had 3 plants come in on the same day, so I assumed, might as well just get it out of the way and pot them, record myself potting all of them when they come in, just so you guys can see what I do while I do it. So hopefully that's helpful and you guys don't think I'm a total weirdo and I wear the same outfit every day. I know how that can be, man. I went to public school for the first time in 8th grade and I learned very quickly that if you wash things overnight and you wear the same thing the next day, there will be rumors about you. So again, this time I'm going to be using another one of these little pots that my mom got me. They are these cute little ceramic owl pots, and as last time I explained, they have a hole on the bottom and there's a little piece of mesh that you can put on top. But you don't necessarily have to put mesh if you don't want to. I just use it because it helps prevent the soil from coming out of that bottom hole. I haven't put any rocks in this one yet, so I'm going to do that now. And again, you're going to cover it almost all the way, just for a little added drainage and moisture control. However, today what we're going to be planting is a Ionantha Rubra. It's a type of air plant, and these don't require soil at all. You can put these in some rocks, you can hang them from something and just soak them occasionally. These are really easy to care for and they don't need a lot of water, thus the name air plant. Because people always say, oh, they just live off of air. This plant specifically likes indirect sunlight, bright indirect sunlight, so you can put it by a window or you can put it near a window and it will be happy either way. So like what I'm going to be doing is putting it on a desk near a window, and in the morning removing my curtain so that it can get that sunlight, and obviously at night closing my curtain back up again. That's usually what I do for the indoor plants. A lot of them like north or south sunlight, so make sure to try to find the directions for your house. That way you can place your plants in the prime area for great sunlight for them. A lot of plants do like north and south facing windows because of the way the sun sets and rises. So hopefully that's helpful. You can look up more about that online, and hopefully somebody will have some more information about that and they can leave it in the comments if they'd like. So personally, I like to plant air plants in soil just because it makes it a little easier to water. If you put it in pebbles, the water kind of sits in the pebbles, and that can contribute to, as you know, my mortal enemy for houseplants, fruit flies. So what I would like to do is put it on a setting of soil with some rocks, so it's kind of down low, dipped into the pot. Usually I say plant it flush with the pot. In this case, I'm going to put them a little bit lower inside the pot. So I'm going to put just a little tiny bit of soil and then a lot more rocks at the top. So it's sitting in rocks, but there is still soil. Because these don't really root in the traditional sense, but they still do a little bit. So if it does decide it wants to do that, it can do that. If it doesn't need to. So as you guys probably already know, I like to use these instead of trowels, but you're totally welcome to use trowels if you would like to pick up dirt. You can also wear gloves. I highly recommend gloves, especially if you're working with cacti, because I've gotten a few spines in my hands. Also, I want to apologize. I live near an Air Force base, or like an airport, and it's very, very loud sometimes when I'm talking. In my past videos, if I stop kind of, and then I like pop back up doing something in a completely different pose, it's probably because I edited out the airplanes overhead. It really just depends on how loud it was when it went by, but I think I probably will be editing them out, because when the airplanes do usually go by, I'm like waiting for them to pass. So now you guys know. Alright. And for the soil, you can make your own, as I mentioned, or you can buy some in the store. Any brand will work. It doesn't really matter if you buy any specific brand. Basically, any kind of succulent or well-draining soil base is made from a potting soil that has bigger particles or even smaller particles and lots more rocks and pumice in it. You can make your own. There's recipes online. I probably already mentioned it. I'll edit this out if I already mentioned it, or maybe I won't, so you guys will have some entertainment of me repeating myself several times. And so now that we've put a little bit of the potting soil, we're putting it up to 3/4 as usual. But this time, instead of placing the plant and putting more soil, we're just going to be putting rocks. And also, sorry for moving locations. I'm filming on my phone because I don't actually have a camera, and my phone was like, bro, it's Arizona and it is June. It's hot out. It's, I think, 103 out today, and that's actually pretty cool for this climate, so I'm pretty stoked that it's not scaldingly hot. But I had to put my phone in the shade because it's not used to this weather. I am. Alright, I'm going to remove some of these rocks because I want to make a little depression in here so that it kind of sits in the center of the planter. Alright, so these aren't secure in the pot because they are just sitting on top of rocks. But here you go. He's got some rocks underneath, if you can see that. There's soil in between just to hold that moisture and to help it so it's easier to water. And now my owl has a cute little haircut with the Ionantha Rubra, I think is what it's called. I don't know, it looks like a pretty cool punk haircut to me. If you have any comments, suggestions, please leave them down below in the comments. I'd love to hear them. If I did anything wrong, please let me know. I always would love to learn. That's the whole point of the hobby of gardening for me. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Have a good one. Bye.